Did I really believe that being dressed up in a big purple band uniform that made me feel like I was Barney would have had an influence on my life? No, I really did not. Today I want to tell you about how being a member of the Center High School Marching Band has affected my life and how it taught me the importance of practice, the importance of determination, and how to stay in step with life and how it can affect you, others around you when you don't. First of all, being a member of the marching band during high school taught me the importance of practice. My freshman year in high school, our school district welcomed a new band director to be in charge of the high school band. Not only did we have a new band director, but my freshman class had absolutely no experience with marching. My friends and I would sit in the band hall and practice our marching music so that our new band director would be all impressed that we were practicing. Honestly, we were absolutely terrified of Mr. Jim Jones. One day, I was practicing my music on my flute, awaiting our afternoon band practice. I was having so much trouble with one part of it, and I pretty much played it over and over and over again, praying that it would just magically become accurate. The band director came out of his office, and he stood right in front of me, and he said, "If you're going to try to play your music like that, you might as well not even be in here practicing. You're wasting your time and mine." His words made my eyes water. I was so scared of him, but then he sat down beside me and he showed me how to count the music and how to subdivide the beat. A little later, he asked me if I had ever heard of the saying practice makes perfect. I nodded and he told me that it was completely wrong. He explained to me that perfect practice makes perfect. When you're practicing your music, you should always make sure you have the rhythm down perfectly before you keep on repeating it. If you don't, you'll get the wrong rhythm down and it will become extremely difficult to change into the right rhythm. In life too, if you practice bad habits, they will become extremely hard to change. I learned that from participating in the marching band. The second thing I learned from the marching band is to have determination and to never give up. For our band to be successful, we had to be dedicated to learning our music and our drill. It took extremely long hours to achieve this. We were out on the field before 8 o'clock in the morning during the school days. We most definitely learned how to sweat before 9 a.m., that is for sure. And then we were back out on the field for another 2 hours every night, trying to push ourselves as much as we could. Mr. Jones would scream at us if he could tell that we were losing steam. He would explain to us that we have to put in long hours in order to achieve our goals. Band taught us that determination and never giving up helps us have a good chance of being successful in life. Then I learned from being in the Center High School Marching Band how to stay in step with life and how it can affect others around you when you don't. Our marching band learned that lesson very quickly. We would be outside practicing our drill and one person would turn way too early and then it would just be like a domino effect. And sometimes people would even bump into other band members and fall to the ground like a big human-sized domino, knocking people down as they ran into the person on the ground. Also, if a band member got out of step, it almost seemed like every time that happened, it would mess people up around them. By being out of step, it caused that person to hit the line at a different time, causing our straight lines to become crooked. Also, it made that person who was off step turn on the wrong beat and caused the people surrounding them to do the same thing. We learned pretty quickly how one person's actions can affect others surrounding them. And I learned that from being in the marching band. So the marching band taught me how perfect practice makes perfect, how I need to be dedicated and put in long hours to achieve my goals, and how to stay in step in life, and how it can affect others around me when I don't. I learned to appreciate the big purple Barney suit a great deal more, because in it is where I learned important lessons that can easily be applied to my life.
What do you feel is the most important lesson that you learned from being in the band?
The most important lesson that I probably learned was perfect practice makes perfect.
And why is that?
Because if you keep practicing, if you do something wrong and you keep doing it over and over, you're going to be accustomed to doing that,
Mhm.
and you're just going to,
So it's like training yourself to go down the right path instead of wallowing in the mud, basically.
Yeah.
Something like that. Okay. Gotcha.
Do you recommend that everybody should be in the band?
I don't think everybody needs to be in the band because it takes a lot of time and coordination. And I don't know. If there's not a lot of time, then no.
But it is a very good club or organization to join if you're willing to work and love
Yes.
music and stuff, right?
It's a very good ordination.
Okay. How long have you been in the band or have been in the band?
I was in it since my 6th grade year.
So 7 years.
Yes.
What did you play?
The flare. Yep.
Nice
Any-
instruments.
Yeah. Any more questions?
Do you feel that if Mr. Jim Jones wasn't a part of the band, that you wouldn't have learned as many of these life lessons?
Honestly, I don't think I would have, because he was very strict and he took the time to let us learn stuff, whereas other band directors probably wouldn't have, because he actually cared about the people in the band.
What was your favorite memory or favorite thing about the band? Not so much a lesson, but like a favorite aspect about being in the band.
My favorite part of being in the band was whenever, right before like performances, whenever we would get in the circle and he would pep talk us.
Makes you feel important?
Yeah.
Raises your spirits?
Was there any favorite trips or any favorite thing that you got to do with your friends that helped you bond with your friends during the band?
We took a lot of trips, but since I was on the drill team, we didn't really travel together. So. But whenever,
Would you recommend being in the band to anyone who likes music, whether it's classical type music with instruments or not? Do you think they could learn something from it anyways?
yeah, you could definitely learn anything from the music because we do concert and marches, so.
And it's the same notes and everything.
Yeah. Okay, any more questions?
No.
Okay.
We're good.
Did you cut it?